Hey everybody, how's it going? So today I had an idea to look at the most expensive guitars in the world, and I have this list here. I haven't really looked at it yet, and I wanted to go over it with you guys because, you know, we all like guitars. I have a lot of guitars and some of them are expensive, and well, at least for me, they're expensive. I was curious, like, the highest price someone has ever paid for a guitar, so I want to know, like, what they are. And so I figured I'd share with you guys. So I have a list here, and let's just go over this. So coming in at number 10, we have the Brownie Stratocaster from Eric Clapton for $450,000. That is insane. It says it was used for the recording of the song Layla. Clapton also had the guitar when Derek and the Dominoes were completing the album Layla and other assorted love songs. It is now at the Paul Allen-owned Experience Music Project in Seattle. That's pretty cool. I'm from Seattle. I'll have to go check that out. That's number 10. It's $450,000. This is insane. Oh, hello, Kate. Kate! I'm trying to film! What do you want from me, Kate? All right, number 9 is the Gold Leaf Strat from Eric Clapton, $455,000. It says Fender's master builder, Mark Kendrick, built this for Clapton. He used it for the Legends Tour in '97 and the One More Car, One More Rider World Tour in 2001. It was then sold to Christie's. That's a cool guitar, though. I really like the gold color. That's interesting. Cat! Get down! All right, fine, you can be in the shot. Number 8 is the George Harrison and John Lennon Gibson, $570,000. This guitar was used in the Beatles' '66 album Revolver and the '68's White Album. George Harrison used it for the Revolver album that included songs like Taxman, Eleanor Rigby, and Got to Get You Into My Life. John Lennon then took the guitar 2 years later and used it for Back in the USSR, Revolution, and While My Guitar Gently Weeps. While My Gently Gents guitar. Coming in at number 7, we have Stevie Ray Vaughan's Fender Strat, $623,500. It was auctioned in 2004. The composite Fender Strat was from circa '65 and was donated by his brother Jimi Vaughan. That's insane, but I think that is totally well-deserved for that guitar. Number 6, another Eric Clapton, 1939 CF Martin, $791,500. That's insane. It says he used this guitar when he performed in MTV Unplugged and originally valued at $80,000, and then it sold for almost 10 times that amount because he played it. I can't even imagine having that kind of status where because you used a guitar, it is now 10 times the worth. I mean, that is insane. That's legendary. That's really cool. Number 5, the 1964 Gibson ES335, Eric Clapton. There's a lot of Eric Clapton here. $847,500. That's like, I knew Eric Clapton was a legendary guitarist. I didn't know that he was like that big of a deal to literally have so many of the top 10 most expensive guitars. That's crazy. It says he used this guitar during his stints with bands like the Yardbirds, Cream, and John Miles Blues Breakers and Blind Faith. It was originally estimated worth $80,000 and then sold at auction for $847,500. That's nuts. That's wild to me. I can't even imagine. Number 4, another Eric Clapton, the Blackie Stratocaster, $959,000. Holy crap, that's insane. It says it was built from 3 vintage Strats that Clapton had brought from a guitar shop in Texas. After disassembling the 3, he took the best parts to customize his own guitar, and he used the Blackie from '70 to '85. It appeared on the cover of the '77 album Slow Hand, which featured the songs Cocaine and Wonderful Tonight. That I can understand, because that's literally like his best guitar that he used for years, and it was built from 3 of his other guitars. Almost $1 million for a Strat. All right, this one is not Eric Clapton. Number 3, it's Bob Marley's Washburn, coming in at $1.2 million. It says he gave this guitar to a technician named Gary Carlson, and it was custom made for Bob Marley. And the estimated value of the guitar is $1.2 million. That's crazy to me. I can't even fathom having that much money, let alone just spending that much money on a guitar. Like, I feel like there's just some rich collector out there who has millions and millions of dollars worth of guitars that are just like relics. Coming in at number 2 is Jimi Hendrix Strat. His 1968 Strat, $2 million. This is the guitar that he used in Woodstock, and it was sold for a couple of $1 million to Paul Allen of Microsoft. See? Exactly. Some rich guy out there just has all these guitars that they collect. That's wild. But that's actually super cool. I think if there's one guitar that I could ever have, I know I'll never have this because I do not have that kind of money, but if I could ever have a guitar, I think it would probably be Jimi Hendrix guitar. Just because he's so iconic, and that's super, super cool. And it's a piece of history. Coming in at number 1 is the Fender Strat that was auctioned off for tsunami victims. $2.7 million. Holy crap. In 2004, a calamity struck several nations along the Indian Ocean when a tsunami hit the area. Relief efforts were conducted and noted musicians were at the forefront, which is super, super dope. To help raise money, a Fender Strat was auctioned off, with the money going to the victims of the tsunami. It may not have the history of the legendary guitars used by famous guitarists, but it did have the signature of some of the best string players in the world. Among the artists who autographed the guitar were Paul McCartney, Mick Jagger, Keith Richards, Eric Clapton, Brian May, Jimmy Page, David Gilmour, Jeff Beck, Pete Townsend, Mark Knopfler, Ray Davis, Liam Gallagher, Ronnie Wood, Angus Young, Malcolm Young, Tony Iommi, Sting, Richie Blackmore, Bryan Adams, and members of Def Leppard. Alright, that makes sense. Like, I can totally see how that would be the most expensive guitar ever, because it was literally signed by like every legend ever. And it's really cool to see that it was for a good cause, and a bunch of musicians came together for something that was more important than just the fact that they played it. It would actually help lives, and I think that's really cool. That's like I'm very happy that that's the most expensive guitar ever sold, just because of the history of it and the reason that it was sold. So that's really cool. But yeah, that's $2.7 million. That's insane. Like I said, I can't even imagine having that much money, let alone spending that money on a guitar. Like, I wish I could, but there's just no way. And that's it. That's the top 10 most expensive guitars in the world. I hope you enjoyed this video. I certainly did, and I feel actually very, very happy that the outcome of number 1 was so expensive, because it was used for something so cool like that to help others in times of need, which I think is just one of the coolest things about music. And yeah, so anyways, that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit the like button if you did, and be sure to subscribe to see more videos, and I will see you in the next one. Later.